Hello and welcome, Matt aka LethalFrag here. Gonna be doing some commentary on Cracked. Have a great game of Domination here, and Domination is one of my favorite game types. It's one that I can rack up a pretty consistent score on. But this game especially was very memorable. I had 3,800 score, 30 kills, 20 deaths, 10 captures, 9 defends. It's not my best game of Domination ever, but it was a very close one right up to the end, and I had a lot of fun playing it. Let's give a quick shout out here to @SodaHawk on Twitter. He was with me in this game. He's a pretty beast Domination player. He plays pretty much the same style I do, which I always appreciate. If you have two people that are really focused on capping flags, it's very disruptive for the other team. Now, you see a lot of clans and groups of people playing Domination that like to 2-cap and then trap the enemy in the spawn. I think this is an incredibly boring way to play Domination. I can understand on some maps like Summit, it's very advantageous to have them all, spawning at A or spawning at C. It's very easy to pin them in and rack up a lot of kills. But I believe if you're playing Domination, you should really play for the objective. Every capture and every defend you get is worth 3 kills. So I had 30 kills and 20 deaths, which isn't a great kill-death ratio, but if you add in my captures and defends, I essentially had an 87 kill game worth of score, which I will take. When you see clans and people playing Domination just for kills, what you'll usually see is 1 or 2 players on the other team have this massive game, and everybody else on the team has scores of like 1,100, 1,200, 800. Just because there's no flag action, there's no opportunity for points except for getting kills at 50 score apiece. This really is an effective way to play Domination in a team setting. I started playing Domination in Modern Warfare 2, and when I started playing it then I hit about 7th Prestige and I was really burned out on Team Deathmatch, and I said, hey, I'm just going to go play Domination. None of my friends played Domination or anything, so I rolled solo and I played Domination. And the only thing I did was run for the 3rd flag. Well, this isn't a great strategy, but I figured if I'm going to learn how to play Domination, I'm just going to keep going and capping flags and learning how to cap flags. And I ended up losing quite a bit, but I also would rack up pretty high score games. I'd be on the losing team with the highest score by quite a bit, just by trying to capture flags. What I do now is I like to capture 2 at the start of the game. You play a little defense so you get like a 30, 40 point lead on the other team, and then you go start 3-capping like crazy. Now, the reason for this being is as soon as you cap the 3rd flag, it makes the spawns go crazy. More than likely they'll spawn on the other side and start capturing that flag, but every time you 3-cap, you create a defense opportunity. And if your teammates are all running for flags and defending in the right places, you can hold a 3-cap for a while and get a bunch of defends right in a row because they're all trying to cap the flag and everybody's playing defense at the right time. They usually average a little more defends than captures, but this game especially, it was all about the captures. Everybody is running for flags, and I think this is when Domination is at its prime. This is when it's the most fun to play, is when both teams are competitively going for the flags. People aren't sitting back trying to get a chopper gunner. You don't see any of that in this game. It's all spy planes and counter spy planes on both sides. You see we get 3-capped here. We get 3-capped a couple times in this game. And it wasn't for bad playing on our part. They were doing a very good job of also running the map and capturing the flags. We kind of just took control right at the end when we needed to and held the 2 that we needed. Again, I reiterate that it's important to play defense and Domination as well and not just cap for flags, but there's nothing wrong with being extremely aggressive and trying to 3-cap. Especially at the start of the game, that's when you want to hold down 2 and get a 30 to 40 point lead, or whatever you're comfortable with, and then there is absolutely no reason not to go run out and kill people and go try to get that extra flag. You already have the lead. They're starting to camp in the back. There's no reason not to go disrupt that and start forcing action for you and your teammates. So we'll talk about a little bit about statistics for this game. Each team had a player with a score of 3,000 or more. 3 people had a score of 2,000 or more on each team. So I was looking at this, I said, wow, this is a really high-scoring game for everybody. Even the losing team had a pretty good game. you know, nobody is a real loser here because we had just an awesome game of domination. So I added up the stats a little bit, and it was very, very close. We ended up winning this game by 40-some points, but the stats were super close. It was only that little push at the end that got us there. Each team had 33 captures each. We had 21 defense, they had 14. We had 119 kills, they had 107. It's an incredibly close game. And I think the defends are the real key for winning domination. It's not always captures, especially if you're going crazy and 3-capping like we were trying to do this night. We ended up going 23-0 for the night, just playing domination. It was a pretty great run. You see I dummy myself there into the napalm. Awesome. And once again we got 3-capped. As soon as you get 3-capped, you want to take a look at the mini-map and try to figure out what the weak flag is. I don't see anybody over by C, so I figure it's that. You run around, dodge some bullets here, and get taken out. Yeah, if you look at the mini-map here, C is the obvious answer to go to because there's nobody over there at the moment. Except for this guy. I like leaving people on last stand like that. It makes them longer to respawn. Although I don't know if that guy would have respawned right there if I would have just taken him out. Something to think about. So once again, this wasn't a great kill-death game for me. I had 20 deaths this game with only 30 kills, but it was all just about flag action. And if you're playing for the flags, you're playing for offense and defense. It'd be very rare that you have a streak where you don't have a really nice game. Obviously this takes practice and reading the mini-map, but if you're going for the flags, you're going to score points. Whereas camping in a corner waiting to get kills is not always guaranteed. What if you get stopped one short of your kill streak 2 times and then you have a 900 score game? I almost guarantee you will never have a 900 score game running for flags unless the other team's really good and they camp out and they kill you 32 times, which has happened to me before and it's very frustrating. I tanked my kill death pretty hard in Modern Warfare 2 just by playing domination because I decided I didn't care about my kill death anymore. I'm kind of at that point in Black Ops. I'm just running around having some fun. I think I've proven what I need to. I don't really need to worry about my kill death anymore. Had some pretty fun runs with the riot shield in Modern Warfare 2 now that I think about it. Oh, good times. I don't know about you guys, I'm looking forward to Modern Warfare 3. Black Ops is definitely not old for me yet, but change is good. Now you see here we got a little bit of a lead on them, and this is a very key point in the game. This is kind of where you want to slow it down a little bit and start thinking a little more defense rather than offense. You've already ran amok and gotten your score way up. Here's the time to play defense and actually win the game for your team. Since these guys did a very good job against defending the 3-cap and getting their flags back, now we're in a position where defense is important. And if your whole team's been running the entire game, and you say, hey guys, let's slow it down right here and win this game, it'll often really disrupt the other team because they're still trying to run like crazy to get a flag, and this is when you want to camp and slow it down. But at this point right here, you can see that we pretty much have the game in hand. It takes something pretty serious to take us out. So this is when you want to go have your fun, go run for that 3rd flag, try to get behind the campers, do whatever, ballistic knife. Just go have some fun. So just for a recap, running and gunning is way more effective in domination if you want to put up consistent scores. It's really easy to get that massive 80-90 kill game in domination if you're camping and getting a chopper gunner and dogs, but it's not an effective method to win a game of domination in a team setting. Maybe if you know you have 3 or 4 cappers on your team, it's viable for 1 or 2 people to camp. As long as the action's being forced and the spawns are being flipped, that's the only way your entire team's going to have a great game. Enemy napalm strike inbound. Yeah, just really know when to slow it down. It's really important because you can really lose a game right at the end if you lose focus of what the score is. Always make sure you have that little lead that you need. It's better off to play defense when you need the points than just try to go cap that third flag and give it up. I've lost many games that way, and it's not fun. Alright, well, you can find me at LethalFrag.com, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, you name it, I'm out there. I want to hear your questions, suggestions, whatever you got. Frag out.